Coming up on Look Today, Fort Edward's General Electric plant has postponed closing. What's the holdup? I've got details. Plus, we went on the scene to an event at the Saratoga battlefield for a glimpse into the past. And we warm up with some chili for the third annual Chili Cook-Off. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone. I'm J. Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program, I sit down with Cindy Sherwood from the Glens Falls Hospital Foundation and we talk with Tamara Flanders to discuss Flurry Festival in Saratoga. Plus, your weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, GE's plant in Fort Edward has postponed their closing once again. The GE plant has been so busy lately that they have decided to delay closing. This past Saturday was supposed to be the last day for the plant, but they have come into an agreement with 20 workers to stay and complete the work. Now, in anticipation of closing, GE had been paying many employees overtime to finish by last weekend, but business has been booming. Well, the remaining group of workers will continue for the next 3 months, and GE has set a new closing date of on or before April 16. Now, at that point, the company will switch to their plant in Clearwater, Florida. However, the new plant can't yet handle all of the necessary work. This means that testers will remain in Fort Edward to perform checks on capacitors shipped from Florida. Well, changing from news to weather. We didn't get the storm, but it was a chilly weekend. So let's see how the week is shaping up. For the latest, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. Back to the news. Well, this past weekend, we saw a face-off between two Saratoga Springs protective services to see who makes a better chili. It was the Saratoga Springs Fire Department versus the Saratoga Springs Police Department at the Spa City's Farmers Market on Sunday for the Chili Cook-Off. Vendors also competed, and the public were invited to taste and judge the winner. Mayor Joanne Yepsen was among the judges at the tasty competition. Now, local businesses also had a cook-off, and in the competition was Esperanto's, the Ice House, Gaffney's, DeAndrea's, Saratoga City Tavern, and Johnny Luke's. Well, the winners have been announced. You ready? First place went to Gaffney's. Go, Kevin. Saratoga City Tavern came in second, and the Ice House came in third. In other news, this past Saturday, Saratoga Battlefield had a taste of the 1700s with their 21st annual Frost Fair. It was hosted by the town of Stillwater and inspired by frost fairs in England during the 1700s. That's when families gathered at the battlefield for winter activities, horse-drawn carriage rides, and children's crafts. The Adirondack Guide led a nature scavenger hunt, and cannons were fired as part of the Revolutionary War winter encampment. Afterwards, they enjoyed a bonfire and warm-up hut with hot cocoa. Well, we caught up with Joe Gardner, who spoke about the event.
Today's activities here, they have the musket firing, we have the cannon firing, and they have some other displays going on inside the building here.
Love the hat, Joe. Also in the news, Code Blue Shelter in Glens Falls has seen a decline in volunteers with their new location. Now, as we reported before, the Glens Falls Code Blue Shelter moved from their downtown location on Warren Street at the beginning of this winter season. Now, after the move to Gurney Lane, they have maintained the same amount of visitors. Now, this could be because of the free transportation they have provided through the Greater Glens Falls Transit Bus Company. However, the shelter has seen a decline in volunteers at the new location. This has been a more difficult year financially as compared to last year, with the decrease in volunteers and fewer donations. Now, with the shelter hosting at least 14 people a night, they could certainly use more volunteers for shifts as well as shuttle drivers. Still to come, I sit down with Cindy Sherwood. She's the Vice President of Development at the Glens Falls Hospital Foundation. And we're going to talk about this year and how you can get involved. Plus, I catch up with Tamara Flanders to discuss Flurry Festival in Saratoga Springs. You don't want to miss that interview. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, or join us for an interview, give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Yo.